Hi there, welcome to Weekend at Bernie's Garage YouTube channel. So, as you can see, we're still doing some work with the old truck, and we've made it so far now that we have a door on it, and we're probably going to get the steering column on the next little while. But anyway, we have to address this part here. As you can see, well, this door wasn't on it at all. This hinge down here looks pretty bad. I'm not sure if it was rusted here or welded in or whatever. And right here, the hinge piece sort of sandwiches between it, and it's not even there. So that's the job for today. So stick around. And as always, comment, like, subscribe, share. It'll help the channel grow a little bit. So anyway, we're starting at the truck. So I've seen some of this. Not to worry with that one down there just yet. We're going to work on this piece here. So we have to get to the metal behind it. So what we're going to do right now, and we'll keep the shape of this. We know this pretty well. It indents in here and it goes flat on the other piece. We know that from the other side because we already done it. So right now we're just going to cut her off probably here, and we're probably going to cut it to probably here. And we'll take that piece out and have a look at what's behind it. So just hit it with the zip cut, cut her off here, and take this piece out. And you can see there's cones in there. And you can see this is the piece that's behind it. And it, looks like it's all doubled up. So take this piece right out of here for now. And we know there's save that piece, so we know that we have put some structure here. This is behind it. You can see she's a big metal piece with the bolts actually straight into, and obviously one's cracked off and the other two are missing there anyway. So you have to see, is that salvageable, or do we just do we do something with that, or we just cut it out there? I'll see what, clean her up and have a better look. Yeah, so anyway, we cleaned it up and took it out. But as you can see, it was held on by where that clean spot is. That's the only piece it was held on to. Just tapped it with the grinder like that, and it fell right out. But if you look in the back, you can see there's a piece here that was resting on, piece here was resting on, so I guess it could have it laid in here, it tacked on here, and tacked on here, and that brought it to the other part of the post there. So yeah, so it'll give us, we know we've got to go in this area here at the depth, and so we'll get a piece of steel, we'll cut it, we'll probably make something come off here for it and fit it into it a bit better, but we'll definitely be able to make something that's stronger and better there for sure. So I guess we'll see if we can take this piece out right here where this goes on, make a piece go in there, shape with cardboard, and weld that piece in here first, and then we'll attach it to this, and this piece over here on the bottom, and we'll do that next. So the same thing as every other time, we cut a cardboard template like so. Well, it's gone down there now. Anyway, we cut the metal out of her. We got that laid in there now, and we're going to weld this in. We put a line here. I don't know if you can see the soapstone. We had a line there for the height. Still got it in the same height as the piece took out. So now we're going to weld this in, and we'll start building from there. Okay, so we cut another piece for the top here. So we got a top piece and a bottom piece. It's kind of hot there now, and I'm going to hold on to it too much, but so once we get this piece, we can actually cut this a little larger if we got to, and we can weld it on in there like so. So 'cause this piece is kind of rusty, probably alright to mark the holes with. but it's going to be the same as what the hinge is on the door hinge. So there's actually a good piece I can cut it. So as you do know, like the hinge comes in here, and it'll bolt into there. So as long as the top part of the hinge is flush with this, it should be pretty good. So I'll get on this piece here now. We're going to see if we can get a piece of metal and cut some holes into it. Well, it's been a short time down the garage while I realised I needed this piece for this cardboard or now, but I got to cut a piece of metal and put there, and I got to tap it, and obviously this will go like so. I realised that the piece that we had was over here. So it looks like it's quarter thick, and I don't have any here right now. So I come down here and just took this side of the way a little bit like so, and this is pretty well barely hanging on to. The only thing is although I have this piece, which is the door hinge, I don't have a piece for the bottom, so I may end up cutting it and welding it. I don't know, I don't really have much options there with it. But anyway, till tomorrow. So it's the next day, and we went up to Leiden's Trucking, and we got some steel, and we got this piece here. That is pretty well the exact same thickness as this. I had it up against it earlier and measured it in that. But anyway, I was thinking after, it's like it was they had it, and they had it that thick because they tapped the holes through it, and you know, it had to be that thickness to I guess contain the threads. And I was going to do the same thing, cut it out and thread it, but then I started thinking after, there's a lot of room in behind here, like lots of room behind here. Like I put the piece there. I think I may just drill the holes through and bolt the hinge to the piece, and weld some nuts on the back of it and just thread them into the nuts. And if I'm doing that, I also have this up here. This is another piece. I think this one here, I think this one here is actually a quarter, and the piece I had down there, that's actually a little bit bigger than a quarter. But if I'm going to weld the threads onto it, or not weld the threads, I'm going to weld the nut onto it, I could probably use this piece here, because it's like that piece there. That's way bigger than what it needed to be anyway. So I think that's all I'll do. I'm going to cut it out, tack the nuts on the back. So, time to make the piece. Okay, so the piece is cut, and we just laid it in here. You can see there anyway. But, so we look over here, we can see she's in behind the piece here. So when we looked at the hinges, the hinge basically goes, the edge of the hinge goes right center with that there. So we're going to mark that there now. Then we're going to remove it and drill some holes through it. So I should locate it anyway. So a little more. The bolts in. It's only a hand tight right now. I'm going to tack weld the back of them. Should go in there just nice. So I guess we're going to get the welding, and then we'll see what we can do with this piece. So next thing, you know, they're all tacked on the back there, and what we'll do next is we'll put that in place there, tap her in where she has to go, and then I'm going to, well, we only got one top hinge on the door, so I'm going to lay the door in place, make sure she's in the right spot, and if it is, I can come and tack that in. If not, I may have to elongate the holes a little bit in the door hinge there, which will be the piece that I'm not welding in, but it'll be the green piece here. I could probably go up and down a little bit or side by side with a little bit if I had to. But as of right now, tap it in and we'll go get the door. Okay, so lay it in place. Obviously we pull on the door here and there to get this fixed. I haven't closed it all the way, but I got it up and we got the gap pretty good along here. So this is pretty good here too, so we'll end up pulling the door off and we'll weld the inside plate on. Okay, so we just finished welding him in. We got the door taken off there again now, so we got him welded in around it. Now we're at the spot now. We're going to take this, which is the inner part of the door structure. We're going to put this back in this area here, and then this one will go on and out. Alright, so we got another piece here. Magnet stuck to it now, and that is going to go in here, but it's going to weld to this piece, and it's going to weld to the bottom of this and down this side. Because you look at it, it's the door post, and there's a piece overlapping it. So we're going to weld this piece in here, and then we're going to overlap this piece all the way up to here on top of over it. So this is the next piece of the puzzle. So yeah, so we got this piece, top piece welded in here, up here and down here. So this is the inner piece. So as you can see, some of the outer piece of the roof is after moving. So probably put a few holes here, spot weld them back on, push this in here. We'll probably run a blade down, clean up it, push this in here, and that'll spot weld on as well. So we get them done in close. Then it's remember this piece? Well, we're not putting him back, but we know the hinge goes in between here. We got to make that piece come out. We got to dent in a little bit here and come down. So anyway, let's plug weld these and we'll continue on. So with this piece, drill a hole, we tack them here and there, got them all fitted in. So now we're continuing on this piece. So with the old piece that we had right here, we just cut that piece out. It's not final trim, but we'll mark the holes, and we sort of know what got to come up. So we're going to have to put a little indentation into it to get it out. But for now, we're just going to mark the holes and get the piece, and then we'll try to put the curve into it. Okay, so we worked it back and forward on the vise, and put some holes into it. So we're going to do now, we're going to put bolt the hinge on through these holes and get it in nice and tight, and then we'll cut around it and put a spot so we can weld it. So anyway, let's get the hinge on. So stand. I can still move a little bit if I had to. So what I'm going to do now, we can see that if you're looking through here, it's up here a little bit. It's probably up higher. So what I'll do now, we'll come over here now, tap this in. We'll put a slice here with the grinder, slice here with the grinder, and maybe down here with one. So then all the metal will all go together. I'll run around. So we'll pull that back and get the piece of metal out from under it, and then we just should be able to push it together and just weld it all around. Yeah, okay, so this is what she looks like now. So we got the 4 bolts holding on the hinge, sandwiched in between the body like it was. Goes dips in, comes dips out, goes down onto here. Still have to put a little bit of welding in here, but all in all, that's great. I set the other piece in my hand for a little comparison. So as you can see, yeah, that's very rough, rusty. But anyway, that fixed a lot of it. So anyway, now we have this down here. So yeah, it's another big problem. Anyway, come up next. So we've done the other side. As you can see, we've done the same thing here. Put a piece in here, put a piece in here, and same thing, piece in the back. There's a nutsail spot welded on it. And just here now, tap it in, it'll go in there. We already got the marks where we locate the hinge. We know this is the right distance out. So all we do with it now is we'll weld this piece on, and we'll undo the bolts obviously, so we can get the piece go down the back. So once that's all welded, we'll bolt it on, and we'll start sheeting the outside of it in. But it's pretty good for now. So after the welding, we'll have another look at it. Okay, so we got the top and bottom welded in, down there and up under there. So pluck this off right now, and start making the inner part of the door skin. So it'll be up there, down to here, from here down to here. Then the outside one will cover it all. So again with the pieces, we just made our template go here, under it. So it'll be tapped in, you know, we'll go in under this and down here, because obviously the other piece goes over. And it's the piece right here. So put that in there now, tap it into place. Maybe trim it another little bit just to be sure, but we'll put that in and weld that in. Then we do a top one up here. So we got the bottom piece in, top piece is in, and all that's left is to do the skin, comes down over and goes in here, because obviously we know that this gets sandwiched in between it. So we obviously got to dent it in there as we've done on the one in the front. So overall, it's looking pretty good. Once this piece is on now and the cleans are all up, it'll look good. So get it done in. And we've been at it again. So our template, same as before, and that. Drill a few holes into it, and if now we'll put the hinge in, bolt the hinge in between two of them, and then we'll weld it in. So here's the piece bolted on, and as you see, none of this is welded now. So we'll come here, we'll weld here and here, then we'll stick the grinder and slice up here, slice down here, and across here wherever we had it cut to, and weld it right in. And here we go, we got our all welded on. I'll spot it around. So next step is to clean it all up and see how it looks like. So let's have a look at it. So there you have the door post and the top one. So all I have to do now is to hang the door onto it. As you see, the door's upside down there now. There's lubricating the latch. But gotta get the hinge put on here. So anyway, if we can get them stuck on, that'll be great. Like I said, we'll be able to, you know, fit up, see if we got to move anything in or out or whatever. So it's looking good so far. Okay, so still got the washers tacked on from when I was at it. But anyway, I got the fancy door pins in there. And as you can see, this one here does in it. I have to adjust this one here a little. Well, I mean, you see now she's, you know, the gap's pretty good around it. And with that, the close is pretty good. So other than just the bottom hinge, I think it's pretty good there for now anyway. As you can see, the door post. So as you can see, the door post is there. You see it looks a lot better. Like I said, probably just going to have to slacken these off here and move it out, or even might have to just pull the hinge out, elongate the holes a little bit to go out that way. Got to go out about probably 3/16 of an inch, got to go out, maybe less. Other than that, like I said, the close is pretty good. 2 doors, honest. Well, anyway, that's going to be it for the night. It's a little bit later now anyway. It's a sunny night, so work in the morning. So as always, like I say, comment, like, subscribe. If you like what you see here, there's going to be plenty more of the truck build. So we'll see you next week after we get finishes fitting this hinge. I think we're going to move on to get a column into it and probably the floors. So it's coming along nicely actually. So anyway, until next time, this is Weekend at Bernie's YouTube channel, and we'll see you then.